Alright, mock star question 32. Percent of voting age population casting votes in selected presidential elections. This is the stimuli, this is the chart that we'll be using for this question down here. How did the Voting Rights Act of 1965 contribute to the changes shown in this table? F. It helped reduce voter discrimination at polling sites. It increased state revenues associated with poll taxes. It contributed to increased involvement of lobbyists in political campaigns. It helped voters determine educational policy based on literacy test results. What did the Voting Rights Act do? Which one of these? And so, real quick, the Voting Rights Act of 1965, it aimed to overcome legal barriers at the state and local levels that prevented African Americans and other minorities from exercising their right to vote. The right to vote that was guaranteed under the 15th Amendment to the United States. And so we're looking at these two presidential campaigns, 1964 and 68. They're one right after the other. In 65 is when the Voting Rights Act was put in place. And so in 64, these states, this is the percentage of the total population that voted in these states. So for example, Alabama, 35%, 36% of the state voted. And then in 1968, 52% of the state voted, and so on and so forth going down here. And so, looking at our strategies, the era, Civil Rights era, Voting Rights Act and everything like that is definitely civil rights. Topic, we kind of got a social and political. And then with the highlighting, we're going to go over the answers down here. I'm going to start with the incorrect answers. G, it increased state revenues associated with poll taxes. And so this one is incorrect because the poll tax, it was prohibited in 1964 with the 24th Amendment. And so the poll taxes, there are no poll taxes in either of these. And so this Voting Rights Act wouldn't have increased or done anything with that. H, it contributed to the increased involvement of lobbyists in political campaigns. Lobbyists right here, it's a person who takes part in organized attempt to influence legislatures. So nowadays you could think of like big oil lobbyists will have people who are attempting to influence legislators to help out their goals, their company's goals. J, it helped voters determine educational policy based on literacy test results. The Voting Rights Act of 1965 had nothing to do with, nor did it add any educational policy based on literacy test results. There's no literacy test results with voting. And so leaving the correct answer, it helped reduce voter discrimination at polling sites. Our evidence for that is right here, the jump in percentage of people voting in each state. In every single one of these states, the percentage went up in the 1968 election as opposed to the 1964 election.